Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to be cutting a flay for the blazer you saw on the thumbnail. So this is the body of the blazer. As you can see, I'm still working on this blazer. So at the time of recording this video, I was supposed to place it on this dress form, but I couldn't, so I just placed it on the little one here, even though it's a bit oversized, but you can see what it looks like. So I've already cut out the upper part of the blazer you saw in that thumbnail, and now I'm cutting the flay for that dress. When you're working with flays, the first thing you want to understand is the kind of flay you're working with. That picture, if you look closely, you get to understand that that is a 180-degree flay. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. This is what the flay should look like by the time I cut it for the dress. So I'm going to be showing you how to cut this flay. So stick around this video so that you get to learn how to do this. Because the fabric, the size I'm working with is really big, and if I want to record the process, I would have to record it on the floor. I had to use this size of the dress form to illustrate that to you guys. So I really hope you don't mind, because when I'm explaining, I'm going to make sure I relate it to an adult size, so it doesn't matter even if I'm using this one. So please stick around this video. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into the video. Thank you.
So flares can be attached to different parts of the body, not just the waist. It can be attached to a waist, it can be attached to the armhole, it can be attached to the bottom of a skirt. But it doesn't matter where you're attaching it. All you need to do is take the round measurement of that place. And as you can see on this one, we have 14 inches. And one thing you need to take note of is that a round circle is 6.28. But now, since we are working with half of a circle, we're going to be working with 6.28 divided by 2. So 6.28 divided by 2 gives us 3.14, and I divided the round waist measurement by that 3.14 to get the radius. So as I progress with this tutorial, you're going to understand what the radius means. So this is me taking note of the length of my flay, how long I would like my flay to be. So this is a plain fabric. Just assume that this is the width where you have the yardage, and you just want to fold it over like this, and one part is going to be open like this. Please take note, we are cutting a 180-degree flay first. That's the one we have on that exact picture on the thumbnail. So once your fabric is folded over like this, you want to add the length, your desired length of flay, to the radius you got. So in this case, I wanted my flay length to be 13 inches. So I'm supposed to add that 13 inches to the 4.4 inches I got as the radius. So after adding that, I realized that my fabric was not going to be enough. So you want to take note of this even before you cut out the fabric so you don't waste it. So since I realized it was not going to give me 13 inches length, of course I reduced it, because this is just an illustration. I made my length now to be about 8 inches thereabouts, because that's what I had to work with. So put your tape all around before you even start cutting. So this is me trying to show you once again how to fold over your fabric just once, and you have one part open like this. I'll go ahead now to take my radius from the top edge of that fabric like this, and I'll mark 4.4 all round, keeping my tape, placing my tape at the tip of the fabric like this, and I'll mark 4.4 all around before I now connect it with a curve. So once that first curve is created, I'm going to place my tape from that point all around to get the exact length of our flay. Or there are two ways to do this. Either you do it that way, or you place your tape from the edge of the fabric. You take note of one point, and then you take it all around the fabric like this. This would also give you an accurate measurement. So I'll simply cut out the first curve, which is the actual waist measurement now. So one thing you need to take note of is the fact that 3.14 and 6.28 are standard measurements. Circumference of a cycle remains 6.28 regardless of whatever circumference you're working with. A standard measurement. So when you're cutting a 180-degree flay, you want to divide your whatever circumference you're working with with 3.14. When you're working with a 360-degree flay, that's when you work with 6.28. I really hope you understand. So after cutting out the flay, this is what I have, and our 180-degree flay is ready. If I had enough fabric to work with, you would have seen how long this flay would have been, just like the one I held in the beginning of this video. So that's actually all about cutting a 180-degree flay. To cut a 360-degree flay, you're going to fold your fabric into 4. So this means after folding the first time like this, you're still going to fold it on the edge to get a corner that is going to be covered. This is because you want to get a round cycle. So this point I'm pointing at right now is actually going to be on a fold. So I opened up the fabric again just to show you what it looks like and how to fold this. You fold 2 times. That's after folding the first time, you now fold again to get a corner that has this folded edge. So now whatever circumference measurement you're working with, you have to divide it by 6.28, and whatever you get is going to be your radius. So the same 14 inches round waist measurement I was working with, I divided it by 6.28 and I got 2.2. So approximately I'll be working with 2 inches. And so from the sharpest point there, which is on the fold, I placed it there and I marked 2 inches all around to get the radius. So after marking the radius, from that point, you're just going to take note of how long you want your flay to be. So obviously, I was working with a little fabric, with very little fabric. So I just had to work with what I had. So from the top part, I just measured about 8 inches, which means that the actual flay is going to be 6 inches. Don't forget this. What you mark from the top part is not the actual flay length, because you're going to cut out the radius point. So I just marked these now just to show you what this looks like. I connected the points together and then I cut it out just to show you what it looks like. And after cutting, you can see this is what we have. The waist measurement remains the same, while the flay becomes fuller because 360-degree flay is times 2 of 180-degree. I really hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And drop a comment, like the video, subscribe, connect with me on Instagram, and make a request for any video you'd like to see on this channel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.